Hello. So I am going to be starting 100 days or 100 videos of transformation. I got the cue from my guides to do this, and I even said to him, like, hasn't that been done before? Um, Especially 100 days of transformation. It seems like a little bit gimmicky to me, but they said that it doesn't matter how it sounds. It's about how it feels to me. And there's something in that for me. And what I realized is, when you do 100 of anything, whether it's you meditate 100 times or you do videos or, you exercise 100 times, there's a certain level of comfort you're going to get. There's a certain amount of a breakthrough that you're going to have in that time. And especially for us, feeling like in order to share ourselves, we need to have perfection. We need to be perfect at it first. We need to practice a lot. Well, this is actually going to be my practice, not only at getting super comfortable at being vulnerable with everybody, but also in inviting you to also transform with me, whatever that means. So if that means, you watch every single one, or it means this is the only one you watch, it is just an invitation to you to change and to start shifting some things in your life and in your world. So, one of the biggest things I'm going to talk about, at least today, is this idea of completely and totally and utterly accepting yourself. And so, what does that look like? I had a client of mine, and I was talking to her during our session. And one of the problems she had was she felt like two or three different people, right? There's just one aspect of us that feels a certain way about any given situation. And then there's these other sort of personalities that present themselves. There's other aspects of our being. And so, what I was trying to tell her is that you can actually be in total and complete acceptance and allowance of all aspects of your being. And what we tend to do is we'll reject certain aspects and we'll accept others. So for instance, for us, if you consider yourself a kind person, as I do, I try to be kind. I don't reject the me that wants to be kind to people. But what can happen is I'll reject the aspect of me, the part of me that maybe gets angry sometimes, right? Maybe I feel taken advantage of, or maybe I just don't feel like being kind that day. What we tend to do is completely reject that part of ourselves and suppress it and make it wrong. So what you can instead do is you can actually accept completely and fully the part of you that feels that. And when we do that, we can actually choose beyond that. What do I mean by that? So for instance, if I'm a kind person, just to go back to that, and I do a kindness, and that's great and good, and then I do another one, and all of a sudden, I am kind in a way that is maybe giving too much, right? Maybe I'm actually have gone from kindness to sacrifice of me in some way, right? Whether it's my time or, it doesn't matter what it is, just some way. And then a part of me gets mad and gets angry. I might try to make myself wrong for being mad and angry. I might say, well, I shouldn't be mad and angry, and these are all the reasons why. This is why I can't do that. This is why I can't be angry right now. This is why that's wrong. So what we'll do is we'll separate from that part of ourselves that feels the anger, and then we'll judge it as wrong, and then therefore suppress it and lock it in. So when I talk about choosing something greater, it's not about it's about being in total and complete awareness and being the space for yourself. So what that looks like is, in that instance, I would maybe become aware that I'm angry now. I gave this person this, or I was kind to them, and then they, didn't care, or they didn't reciprocate, or whatever the case might be. Instead of rejecting that part of myself, I can then be in total and complete allowance of it and go, okay, I get that I'm upset and I'm angry and I'm hurt. But what else is possible here? I'm going to acknowledge those things. I'm not suppressing them. I'm not judging them as wrong. I'm not making myself wrong for feeling them. But what I am going to ask is, what else can I choose here now? What else can I receive from this? Where else is there a gift here? And so maybe in doing that, I'm still acknowledging where I have felt that way, because that's information, right? Your body, your being, your emotions, your thoughts, they're going to always give you new information and new awareness. But what you can do then with that information, not judge it as wrong, and then go, okay, what differences can I make here? What choices do I have available to me now? So perhaps in that case, it's, maybe I shouldn't give so much. Maybe it's actually taking from me and it's sacrificial. And in that way, that doesn't work for me. Or maybe this is not a person in, my life who knows how to reciprocate. Perhaps they're a taker, right? And they just choose to suck all your energy dry. Or whatever. The point is to not judge those aspects of you as wrong at all. Do not judge them. Now, I'm not also saying to act on them all the time. I can be aware that I'm incredibly angry, okay? I'm so mad I could just punch a wall, or I'm so mad, da 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 da. So what do? Is I have space for that. I have allowance for that. I'm so angry right now, I could punch a wall, but I'm not actually going to punch the wall because that doesn't contribute to me. That's not going to be fun for me later when I have to patch that wall. So it's about choosing what works for you and not judging what comes up. And in that way, we can be in total and complete communion with self and acceptance of self and still choose greater than that. Choose something that works for us rather than something that doesn't work for us, right? So, with kindness, I can choose kindness, but only in a certain amount in terms of like what I'm actually willing and able to gift to people. Maybe I'm not willing and able to gift, going to their house 2 times a week and helping them clean for 3 hours. Like, maybe that's not a kindness I can do. And I know that's an extreme example, but maybe it's more like, okay, what would be good for me in that case is to come over and help them clean once in a while. These are just examples. But the point is to not be in rejection of self, no matter what that looks like to you, no matter what comes up for you, to be in complete allowance of that and love that aspect of yourself. And then to ask yourself, okay, what else can I choose greater now? What else is available to me? How can I have this contribute to me? And what more can I receive? So thank you so much for watching the first video of 100. It won't be necessarily 100 videos over 100 days. It'll just be 100 total. So keep an eye out on my YouTube channel or on Facebook. I'm Erin Ryan. My business is Crystal Lake Reiki. And yeah, see what else is available to you. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And bye for now. Thanks, guys.